Hello everyone, I'm Marcello. This is Erickson. As we do every Sunday night, we're going to recap the previous game. Auburn beat Samford 31-7. Slow start for Auburn's offense, which seems to be becoming more typical, but they responded there in the late portion of the first half in the second quarter, and the defense did as well.
Yeah, just really weird trying to get a feel for anything this season. You know, the way they played against Ole Miss, maybe not South Carolina and Texas A&M so much, but the way they played against Ole Miss, you kind of felt like Auburn's offense was there. And
yeah,
now, after 2 games, you feel like they're scuffling again. It's just the whole season's kind of been like this. You think things are going one way, and then they go the other way. And the thing I noticed was the offensive line. Not a lot of room for anybody. I don't think Marshall Sack's really on the offensive line. I think he held the ball too much.
Yes.
But Cameron Artis-Payne had to create a lot of his yards basically on his. I mean, there was a seam, but a very small one. Had to break a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and went back and looked it up. The last 2 games, they've been at around 4.3 yards a carry, which, other than the Kansas State game, they hadn't been anywhere near that. The lowest before that had been 5.3, other than Kansas State. So it just kind of strange. They'd gotten some continuity there.
Yeah.
Same guys on the line, seemed like they were getting some momentum, and then it just kind of went away. And it's just hard to get a read on anything this year.
Yeah, and it's not really a game in which would give you a lot of confidence as a fan, because you're wanting to see
900 points.
Yeah, you want to see a lot of points. You want to see production. You want to see improvement. And I don't necessarily know if we saw that on either side of the ball. Now, the defense, it had 21 quarterback hurries. That's fantastic, but 2 sacks.
Also, hurries, mini rant. Hurries are a very difficult stat to go off of, and I know I used it in a story today, and I probably should shoot myself for doing that, because it depends on which team is doing the stat keeping. Against Ole Miss, Auburn had like 3 hurries, and their pass rush was pretty good that game. So you really have to take those with a grain of salt.
Are you saying it's not objective, Joel?
I'm saying that whoever's playing at home tends to have more hurries.
That's why robots need to do stats. I think that, and within that Samford game, if you're looking for the star of the game, it's probably Quan Bray, even though he had a fumble on the punt return. He had 101 yards total offense, and ran in for a touchdown, became first Auburn player to have a punt return, reception, and rush for a touchdown in a single season. And outside of that, just a lot of herky-jerky, inconsistent play on both sides of the ball. I think one key word that was said, and maybe everybody overlooked it, and maybe I did a little bit. I heard Rhett Lashley say simple.
Yep.
At one point
I heard
tonight.
the same thing.
So, I mean, you could tell they were not going to, release the whole playbook out there and release the Kraken until they play Alabama. But
they have a Kraken.
They have a Kraken.
We're not telling you where it's kept, though. You might go try to find it.
It's kind of weird. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But still, running the base offense, doing some of that stuff, not getting room to run, it's got to be a little bit of concern considering how the last few weeks have been.
One more takeaway, penalties. Good Lord. Auburn's averaging 9 penalties a game over the last 4.
It's not good.
And the weird thing about it is, before that, they were at around 5 penalties a game, which is about average. So what's going on these last 4 weeks that everyone's getting penalized now? I don't know if I have a great analysis of what's going on there, but it's bad. 9 penalties a game is bad, and it will be very bad in an Iron Bowl where you can't be giving away plays.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for this video. We'll have much more as we move forward toward the Iron Bowl. It'll be night again when you see that video. It'll be Iron Bowl at night after dark. Whatever that hashtag is that's really catching on for Pac-12 stuff.
Oh, hashtag Pac-12 after dark.
After dark. I totally ruined
I saw it last night.
AL.com.